The Marlowe family's monthly dinners were never just meals, they were spectacles. In the Nape estate, silver gleamed, voices collided, and the weight of status lingered like a fine perfume. I settled near the fireplace and observed the performance unfold. "Picked up an estate in Aspen," my cousin Nolan said, swirling his Merlot with a casual flourish. "Neighbor's the tech mogul who funds half the apps you use." "Please," said Celeste, flipping open a lacquered clutch. "We just acquired a vineyard near Tuscany. Private path to the hills. Can't put a price on a view like that." "You've been quiet, Elara," Aunt Genevieve said, pearls clinking. "Tell us about your living situation," Nolan prompted, leaning in. "What about it?" I replied, setting down my glass. "That cramped duplex in Portland," he said. "Still renting," Celeste added, feigning surprise. I didn't realize people our age still rented. I almost laughed. That Alda Street property had been Marlowe Enterprises' first quietly executed acquisition. To them I was just a tenant. In reality I was the owner. "I like the space," I said. "You're 35, darling," Genevieve purred. "Time to grow up. Buy something real." "Real," said, smiling. "Try a portfolio of stabilized multifamily buildings and brick storefronts, including this one, Marlowe Plaza. 6 months ago, Marlowe Enterprises quietly acquired controlling interest. I manage it." Her lips pressed tighter. Nolan smirked. "Let them talk." Tomorrow, a lease renewal notice would reveal the truth. They had no idea where my path truly led. Morning turned the valley glassy and distant. Portland felt right again as I stepped into my actual office, a penthouse with brick walls and riverlight. Mara placed a cappuccino beside my laptop. The boards early. Charm packets bound and tabbed. Forensics found more than expected. "Good," I said, inhaling slowly. "Today isn't punishment. It's correction." At 9, ownership notices queued for release. At 10, I entered Marlowe Plaza's boardroom. The city stretched beyond the windows. The table gleamed like a mirror I didn't need. My family clustered along the far side, overdressed and exhausted. Nolan started sharply. "This is a closed session," I said, placing my briefcase at the head. "I'm Elara Vale, founder and owner of Marlowe Enterprises. We own this building." The room froze. Genevieve's lipstick suddenly seemed loud. Father gripped a pen. "You?" Celeste breathed. "I work," I said. "And I keep records." I slid folders across the table. Line items, invoices, transfers. 2 million in roof repairs coincided with Nolan's Aspen purchase. Venley Mechanical, your husband's firm, billed triple for plumbing. Even that art program came from building maintenance. Genevieve's pearls clicked. "You'd humiliate your family," she asked. "You humiliated yourselves," I said quietly. "I'm presenting facts to a board you treated as a wallet." Phones buzzed. A director glanced up. The announcement was live. "Effective immediately," I continued. "Marlowe Enterprises imposes new operations. Audited budgets, open bids, no related party contracts. Comply and the building thrives. Refuse, and these reports go to the state and IRS." No one spoke. The city outside kept breathing. "Decide," I said. A week could topple a dynasty. Reporters camped. Audit findings moved from whispers to headlines. Genevieve resigned from 3 committees. Celeste's husband flinched under scrutiny. Nolan sold his Aspen property to cover taxes. Father quietly came to my office at dusk. "Start with Alder Street," I said. I showed him my apartment. Brick walls, warm wood, courtyard vines. Renovation plans became lessons in living. Seismic retrofits without displacement, storefront leases favoring local artisans, a childcare co-op in the old laundry. Friday evening we held a courtyard party under string lights. Tenants brought pies. A jazz trio wound among planters. Fountains softened the city's roar. Mother arrived in jeans with tamales. She paused at a photo of me at 23, holding a fresh license. Why this path? She asked. To build, not perform, I said. To measure wealth in steadiness. She nodded, shedding an old costume of expectation. By 7, even Genevieve lingered by the Coco Inn, listening as Mr. Heller, 90 and steadfast, recalled the year the roof leaked and no one answered his calls. That won't happen again, I promised. He patted my sleeve. It already isn't. At Marlowe Plaza, transparency took root. Open bids, published budgets, tenant councils. Revenue stabilized because trust did. The board learned to read ledgers without flinching. One by one, my family found meaningful work. Nolan joined a rehab crew. Celeste organized grants for storefronts. Father focused on minutes with the zeal of a newcomer. I realized legacy isn't marble and noise. It's brick supported by many hands, and a promise kept when no one's watching.